Most cities have high office towers, streets, apartment buildings, houses, and parks, places where people work and live. From this high viewpoint, we can see that a city also includes trees, grass, and water, especially in parks where people enjoy the outdoors. Many city people keep pets, but there are a surprising number of other animals in the city, and most of them are wild. Wherever you are in a city, you will probably see animals, even if you're at home like the Matthews family. Right now, David Matthews is enjoying a visit from his cousin Jeff, who lives in the country.
We'll need these peanuts.
Boy, you guys sure do like peanuts. No, it's still before the squirrels. Squirrels?
I'll keep the stale bread with me, all right?
Alright, stale bread? What's that for? Geese, ducks, and swans, and gulls.
Here's some pigeon mix.
Pigeon mix? What's that? Oh, it's popcorn, stale bread, and cereal mixed together.
This morning, David and his father are about to take Jeff on a journey throughout the city.
Are you sure you have all those things in the city, David? You'll find out.
Let's go, boys.
Bye, Mom.
Over the past few weeks, something has been getting into the Matthews garbage.
David, look at that mess. You must have walked right past it this morning. Look, deal with it now, before we go, and then we don't have to worry about it when we get back.
Neighbor's dog must have did this. Does this happen often? Yeah, I wonder why. I have to clean it up all the time.
Okay, Phil, let's go. And remember safety rules at all times. Both hands in the bars, single file when we're on the road, and use hand signals. Oh, let's go.
Jeff lives in the country where he enjoys seeing many animals. Right now, he thinks only dogs and cats and people live in the city. David and his father are taking him to explore many of their favorite places. For Jeff, this will be a day of discovery.
Okay, now, if we get lucky, pigeons should come right over here.
Almost every city is a home to pigeons.
Okay. Take a handful of that, spread it out, and they'll be here.
I love doing this.
Whenever they go on an outing, David and Mr. Matthews bring along some feed for pigeons and other small animals.
Oh, I like this stuff.
This gives them a chance to enjoy them up close and to study their behavior. These beautiful birds eat seeds, grain, and fruit, and find a lot to eat in the city. Pigeons have learned to live quite well in our cities. Notice they are hardly bothered by passing traffic. You will see them perched on ledges throughout the city. In fact, many pigeons make their nests right under bridges like this one. Their nests are made of small twigs and bits of grass. Many birds are quite at home in the city. For example, sparrows are very common. Their nests can be found just about anywhere. They use grass and straw to build their nests, and find the small space behind the letters on the wall just fine. Here they are safe from larger birds and other animals. A puddle of rainwater provides a nice cool drink. Gulls are common in cities that are near large bodies of water, such as lakes, rivers, and oceans. Unlike pigeons and sparrows, gulls nest on the ground in large colonies, often on islands near water. There are many different kinds of gulls. These are called ring-billed gulls. Each year they lay 2 to 4 eggs in a simple nest on the ground. Gulls benefit people, keeping our cities and waterfronts clean by eating food we throw away. Gulls also eat small fish, insects, worms, and baby ducks. Not all birds can be approached as closely as pigeons, sparrows, and gulls. This is a red-tailed hawk. It nests in tall trees and does not live near a lot of other birds. You may find a red-tailed hawk nesting near an open field in the city. Their food includes rodents such as rats and field mice. Hawks are very good hunters. The adults feed their young until they learn to fly and hunt for themselves. Hawks can fly at very high speeds and have extremely good eyesight. Not all the animals that live in our cities are beneficial. Old buildings and alleyways that are not kept clean often attract rats. Rats live in cities because there is so much food available. They eat many of the things we throw away in the garbage. Rats are common to city dump sites. Because they live and raise their young around sewers and garbage, they usually carry many harmful germs. They are members of the rodent family, which also includes mice and squirrels. They breed very fast, and people have a hard time controlling their numbers. Rats are considered dangerous pests, and people should avoid them. Many insects live in the city. Some of them even live in our homes. Among these are cockroaches. Many cockroaches only live indoors where it is warm and are considered to be pests. They are often found behind a stove or sink, or in areas that are not kept clean of waste food or garbage. It is very hard to get rid of cockroaches once they get into your house or apartment. Squirrels are found throughout most cities, especially in city parks. They eat berries, seeds, insects, and nuts. In late summer, they begin gathering food for winter. Squirrels have large cheeks. This makes it easier to gather food.
He's got four. He has four in his cheeks.
Oh, there he goes.
I counted them as he put them in.
Like rats and mice, squirrels are members of the rodent family.
Alright, throw them out in front of us here.
Boy, there's sure a lot of squirrels in the city, and they sure are friendly. Yeah, as long as you feed them. Mm-hmm. Uncle Neil?
Yeah?
Can we pet them?
No, you mustn't touch them, Jeff. After all, they are wild animals.
Yeah, they are.
Our cities are home to many animals often thought of as living only in the country. Sometimes at night, these animals wander into neighboring backyards in search of food. Such an animal is a raccoon. Like rats, raccoons are generally nocturnal, meaning they're usually active at night and sleep during the day. But with young ones to feed, a mother raccoon may spend part of the day gathering food. She is feeling the bottom of a shallow stream to find a crayfish. Raccoons eat both meat and plants. While waiting for mother to return, these young raccoons are doing more than just playing. They're learning about life in the woods and streams where they live. Young raccoons become very independent as they get older. Soon these two will have to survive on their own. number of animals in or about the city that try to avoid being seen by people. These include deer, rabbits, and even foxes. This is a red fox sniffing for food. And this pheasant does not want to be a part of the fox's meal, but she has left her eggs behind. All animals must compete to survive. The fox will feed this egg to its young, but other pheasant eggs will hatch. Like raccoons, foxes are most active at night, but they may hunt during the day when they have young ones to raise. Many city parks have wooded areas. A hollow log offers nocturnal animals a good place to sleep during the daytime.
Oh, wow. Come here, look.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Okay, let's not move too much. If we make any big moves, he's gonna spray us.
If a skunk is in danger, it will defend itself by spraying a very bad-smelling liquid. But its bold black and white markings seem to warn other animals, including people, to stay away. Like the rat, the raccoon, and the fox, skunks are also nocturnal. They are often seen at night on people's lawns, digging for insects with their long, powerful claws. Some animals, such as raccoons, foxes, and skunks, can carry harmful diseases, even rabies. It is best not to get too close to most wild animals. It is important that we always have pond and marsh areas so that waterfowl and other forms of animal life will always have a place to live and raise their young. This marsh area is one of David's favorite places. It is filled with fish, frogs, turtles, snakes, and all sorts of interesting birds and insects.
Good stuff.
Geese, ducks, and swans are known as waterfowl. They spend all their lives on or near water. By offering some food, you can bring them in for a closer look. These birds do not depend on us for all their food. They get much of it in or near the water. Ponds and streams provide a home for a variety of birds and animals within the city. This is a Canada goose. It grows much larger than the mallard ducks and gulls.
What'd you get?
I don't know.
Okay. David, you got something here?
No.
Okay, now.
There are many different kinds of frogs. This is a bullfrog, and it grows much larger than most other frogs. Like all frogs, it has very strong hind legs for jumping and swimming. This is very important since it spends nearly all of its time in the water.
Let him go?
Yeah.
Bullfrogs eat insects, fish, smaller frogs, and sometimes small birds and snakes.
There you go.
Oh, not little guy, I mean big guy.
Dragonflies are insects that begin their life in a pond. When fully grown, they're a benefit to people because they eat mosquitoes and other flying insects. This is a common garter snake. Notice the long yellowish-orange stripes. Some snakes are dangerous, but Mr. Matthews has taught David to recognize a garter snake. A common garter snake averages 2 to 2.5 feet, and bright stripes run the length of its body. They eat earthworms, frogs, and minnows. Larger ones may even eat mice. Garter snakes don't harm people, and once we're sure we can recognize them, we needn't be afraid of them. As with all animals, careful and gentle handling is important. David also knows it's important to let the snake go again, to let it live in its own natural surroundings. Today has been a day of discovery. Jeff has seen more kinds of animals than he ever expected to find in the city.
All right. Let's see, we don't have to pick up the garbage.
Tomorrow will be yet another day of discovery for Jeff when David and Mr. Matthews take him on a fishing trip without even leaving the city.
There's one. Get that one, David.
Yeah. Gone?
Okay.
Oh, wow, that guy's a fat one.
I can't see any right now.
What? It's a raccoon. It wasn't the neighbor's dog after all. Homie, isn't that?
Still, maybe we can watch him for a while.
Yeah, you're right. And I blame the neighbor's dog on all this. There's a raccoon. Look at the stripes.
As we have learned, raccoons are nocturnal animals, animals of the night. And city raccoons often go into people's yards after dark to search through garbage for food.
She's gone now.
Boys, go sleep soon if we're going fishing in the morning.
Okay.
Good night now.
Next Dad, can I go to Colonial? Boy, you were right, David. There's a lot more animals than just dogs and cats in a city. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Unfortunately, there are mosquitoes here, too. I see that.